Hey guys, this is Young and this is the video you have been waiting for if you're really thinking about buying X3, the latest camera with, see, the massive screen. If you're looking to upgrade from X2 or even X1, then this is a video for you because I'm going to compare the difference between the video quality because now X3 has the new half-inch sensor in the camera, 72 megapixel photo, the 4K 120 frames per second slow motion video. I'm also going to have some gift for you at the end of the video, so stay watching until the very end. Alright, so right now I'm inside both cameras, X2, this is X2 and this is X3. I don't know whether you guys can see much difference. I am definitely analyze it and also make a comment as well, but both cameras have 5.7K resolution and 30 frames per second, so spec wise not so much difference. What X3 differs is that it does have the new half-inch sensor inside the camera, so maybe there is a little bit of difference. So both cameras, the best use is of course during the bright daylight for action. So for both cameras, if you process it in mobile phone and watch it on the mobile phone, watch my YouTube video on your mobile phone, then maybe you may not see so much of a big difference. Why? Because I think X2 is already a great camera. That's why I'm going to share with you guys the raw footage on my Google Drive. So do check out the link down below, but also do stay watching the end of this video as well because I have more information that I want to share with you guys. But if you actually watch the actual footage, then you may see the difference on your laptop. If you do, then do comment down below as well. So the next test I want to share with you guys is the photo. Because X3, how it improved is with a new sensor, it now can have 72 megapixel 360-degree panoramic photo, and also the data, the 72 megapixel photo stores is a lot bigger. And by the way, I'm inside the me mode, the updated me mode in X3, which you can find the menu, simple menu, click of a button inside X3 main body of the camera. Right now I'm inside Insta360 Studio, the latest version. Make sure you download the latest version to really maximize editing for X3 camera. Here I'm showing you the 360-degree photo, as you can see, taken with Insta360 X3, the latest camera. So just to quickly show you the information, you can clearly see that the resolution is absolutely huge. 11,900 times by 5,900. So that is 72 megapixels. Because the resolution is so huge, of course the file size is going to be big at 23.37 megabytes. And to show you a lot of details, I'm going to zoom right in to where I'm standing. You can see a lot of details of trees, mountains at the back, the clouds, and also if you also focus on looking at my face and my arm, it is very clear. And if I compare that against the picture taken the exact same location by X2, then I'm just going to turn it around. You can see the information, the resolution, the maximum resolution. You can go with Insta360 One X2. The predecessor is 6080 times by 3040. So this is about 18 megapixel, 18 megapixels. So very different from X3, which can go all the way up to 72 megapixels. Of course, and subsequently is going to be small at 6.63 megapixels. And quickly, I'm just going to zoom right in. And you can see, yes, clearly it does have less detail. It is less clear than what we had witnessed with Insta360 X3. So for the photo quality, you can see a lot of difference. And one thing to note about both X2 and X3, there is an option for you to choose JPEG plus DNG, the RAW file. So I'm also going to show you the RAW file taken with X3. So should have a lot more detail. With naked eyes, a little bit hard to see every little detail out there. If I just quickly show you the data file size, the same resolution, however, the raw data, of course, is going to have the huge file size at 136 megabytes. And I'm going to show you another photo taken with predecessor X2, the raw file, to really just show you the file size. I mean, it is still a beautiful photo. The resolution is at 6080 by 3040, so it is much smaller than X3. However, I do think the quality is still very beautiful. It does capture beautifully, even in the sunset sort of darkish environment, because it does have this pure shot feature in X2 as well. So if I take off the pure shot, it is going to be rather dark. However, if I turn on the pure shot, the color is absolutely gorgeous. And the file size of the raw file by X2 is going to be 35.35 megabytes. So it is far smaller. So much less detail than what you see in X3 raw file. The file size is the humongous 136 megabyte. So if you like to do a lot of funky stuff with your 360-degree photo, then I think X3 is something that you should seriously consider because of the data that it can store within the photo. And also, I'm going to have these files uploaded for you in my Google Drive for you guys to download and check it out if the quality is up to your standard. The third and the final test that I want to share with you guys is the slow motion, because now with the new X3, it does have 4K 120 frames per second. So it is a huge improvement from the predecessor. The predecessor used to have the 1080p resolution for slow motion. So you will see the difference here. So this time around, rather than the cord, I brought this bullet time invisible selfie stick with this tripod that can go around without any friction. So in this little screen menu of X2, definitely usable. However, after using a bigger display, I find that it is a bit small. However, I can clearly see that it does do 3K 100 frames per second. For slow motion, there is a huge improvement with the new sensor in X3 camera. So to quickly show you X2, this is the X2 slow motion. So the file size, the resolution is at 3000 times by 1500. The frame rate is at 100 frames per second. So you can slow down, but not as much as the latest X3 camera. The file size for this 12-second video is 160 megabytes. And compare that to X3, the resolution is 3840 times by 960, and frame rate is at 120 frames per second. So you can slow down any of the actions that you are doing, and the resolution is higher compared to 3K resolution. Now it is at 4K resolution, so it does look actually much improved. I think the easiest comparison is if you actually look at my hair, you can see the resolution is much improved in the new camera X3. File size is actually the same, but with the higher resolution, I think you can clearly see the difference. And also with X3, there is the new option, another option. So at 3K resolution, what they've done is that you can now get the frame rate up to 180 frames per second. It really helps you guys to slow down any of the funky action that you guys doing at the highest speed. One thing to note is that the Insta360 app, it only allows you to export the slow motion up to 1080p. So the resolution is not as high. However, as you can see in this particular footage, which is actually transferred from Insta360 app, it looks very decent, especially when seen on the mobile phone. Whoa. In this video, you can really see the new camera sensor, the half-inch sensor that you see in X3. It does give room for a lot more different functions with better resolution and also processing power, for example, for me mode. However, it is really up to you guys to decide how you spend your money, especially if you already have X2, which is a brilliant camera on its own. So what I'm going to do to help you guys make the right decision for your money, your wallet, I have actually uploaded on my Google Drive some of the raw footages for you guys to see it in your own time in your PC, laptop, to really see whether the improved video quality, improved photos, more megapixel on X3 is something that you guys need for your next adventure. And if you find my input helpful and you decide to buy X3, then please use the link down below, because that really helps to support this channel. And I'll come back with other very useful videos, so please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and see you!